Hey everyone, just wanted to go over on how to make your lateral hip shift, a little bit more efficient. Now, lateral shifting is a very common exercise. See it done in rehab for knees, hips, feet, ankles, back all the time. And it's important because we do have to get from left and right very, very well and efficiently. The most common mistake that we see is when someone is shifting to either side, they'll tend to let the knee and or the foot drift sideways with it. Okay, what I mean by that is that if I get over to this side, the knee and the foot starts to do this. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, maybe not. I'm exaggerating to prove a point that this is not what we want to see too much. We want that foot to feel grounded. We want to feel solid and have our center of mass over that foot. So when we're getting over here, a common thing to do, to think about, is keep the foot nice and grounded by pressing that ball of the foot, maybe even the inner side of the heel, a little bit more biased. You want to keep that bias. You're going to start feeling your glute light up and maybe even some adductor. And when you get over here, you want to think your zipper and or your, I like to call it your chest or your jacket zipper, are lined up over that foot. So now I'm loading into this leg. Now, what we also look for in a hip shift is getting into the back of the hip. So when we get to that side, you want to feel that hip come back, and you actually want the knee to stay relatively a little bit more forward than the hip. You don't want to lock it back like so. You want to keep every joint, your hip, knee, and ankle, nice and soft, and feel like you're loading that hip. So this is from the side view, and you want to be, again, lined up over that foot. Another common mistake we often see is when the knee, we're overcompensating, trying to bring the knee in. So you might see someone go out here, and we talked about that earlier. Another common mistake is sometimes we will see the knee caving in a little bit too much, but we want the foot, the knee, and the hip nice and stacked. And the third most common mistake we see is when people are not shifting the weight back enough. So if someone's leaning to the side and they're tipping forward like this, they might start feeling like they're going to fall forward, and their foot starts coming off the floor. We want to make sure that we feel nice and centered over that leg. So next time you're trying to work on your hips and you're doing some hip shifts side to side, keep those tips in mind and have fun.